What do we do now?
Now we rule.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Alright, hello guys, welcome to my final review of Alien Earth. Oh, it's just crazy how this show turned out. Oh man. When it comes to like, I guess, with where I'm gonna rate the overall show and how many shows is ended up being better than it in the overall show, because it just sucks it had like three like peak episodes, like episode 1 and 2 and was it 5? I think it was 5. Like, they were so good, with one of them basically being better than Alien, in my opinion, of it being more interesting to watch. But then just the way how the rest of the episodes turned out, like I think 3 and 4 just being so slow, not much going on. And then flipping 6 and 7. I mean 7, I'd say is a great episode, but it has a lot of dumb writing. And then 6 just and 8. I'm all over the place with how I feel about episode 8, because obviously it's not a bad episode, but the way how they decide to end the season. But let's get into this. So I guess the lady that was working on Wendy this whole time visits the graves. All the androids end up getting all locked up. She ends up, encountering like the alien that Wendy can control, but the Marines help her, which is just so dumb now that the Marines decide to be here. But when the Marines, are actually here, they can actually control the androids. Well, it seems like they control them, but then Wendy just becomes a flipping god out of Norway, and she just literally has control of the whole facility, which is a joke. Yeah, I just don't know if it has something to do with that guy kind of fully unlocking like certain things, so she can literally have more control. But I thought it was just like tracking, so who knows if he ended up giving away more before he died. I don't know, because the things she ends up doing, like controlling elevators and stuff, Moa's kind of locked with Hermit, but she's gonna end up freeing them, I guess. That she literally has the power to escape whenever she wants, I guess. And by the end, I can't tell if they're gonna stay or leave the facility, which that's what I thought I would have seen. But I'll just say, because obviously spoilers, because it's the last episode, they end up getting full control of the facility. They take down all the leaders. Yeah, everyone just gets taken care of, really, so they have full control. Yeah. But I guess we'll just talk about all the things that happen while that's happening. And I guess that guy finally wants to make a human be taken over by the sheep, I guess. Yeah. Which is something we get to see, but not fully see how that would have went. Because, yeah, like, someone does get taken over. The guy that died, who Moa wanted. So, because the eyeball ends up escaping when it's trying to kill Hermit, I guess. Since that servant actually ends up being an android, but we'll get to that anyway. And, she ends up getting, seeing a message from Randy when she was creating him and stuff. The way how took advantage of her and stuff, yeah. So it kind of shows that Randy's going to do something to her anyway. So Moa gets out, or he gets a chance to get out anyway. The Marines, they go to investigate, and it seems like the elevator's gonna flipping explode, but Randy's just, taking the piss, really. Yeah, just trying to scare him. Then I think, was that Hermit's father? He's just thinking about the past, I guess, but then they get a chance to get out. Hermit stops him from killing the guard, which I just don't get why he even cares at this point. But, he goes to look for the other androids. And then that's when he texts on Kurtz, which we find out that he's an android when they're fighting, because he bleeds like the white blood. And he ends up, I think, subduing Moa, he actually defeats him, which is surprising. I thought Mo had that in the bag, but you know, he actually gets defeated. Yeah. And then this guy seems like he still has all the power, but literally when he just literally opens the door, so really it's not really that much of a threat. Even though he kind of literally tells him that he killed his father to get full control of this facility, I guess. Get all the power. But like they're literally gonna want to do anything with a guy who killed his own father. So yeah. So they just well, I can't tell if he basically just decides to win, I guess. Yeah. And they're just going to take down everyone and take over the facility. You know, he gets tricked by the servant, which, you know, he ends up being an android. He was supposed to be fed to the sheep, so he was supposed to be the victim. They go do their own thing. I guess, I don't know if it's Debs that goes after her, which I'm surprised she didn't kill her. Because, man, Debs, she ends up killing someone in this episode. Again, like, she's the most dangerous android, really. From the ones we've seen. Because at one point I thought Mo was an android when the show first died, but he's like, kind of like, could you say half, but like, well, his arms and stuff. Yeah. Think of, I guess, the main character of former alchemist, I guess. So he's kind of part machine. Everyone that's a bit different. But you know, when they ends up saving him from the eyeball, it kind of retreats, and she literally just flipping becomes a god, like, so it kind of makes, where there's literally no stakes, because she literally can just control all the androids. If any of them try to attack her, she can control the aliens, which she uses to attack the humans. Like, she just takes full control of the place with no effort, really. And it kind of takes away stakes if she's that powerful. It'll be like flipping Rey Skywalker vibes if they're gonna make her that powerful. Yeah. And it'd be hard to even care about season 2, and if it ever does come, I guess I'd watch it, but after how season 1 decided to end, I'm just like, I definitely wouldn't be hyped. I mean, if they finally get to go outside and stuff, I guess that'd be cool, but I feel like they need better writers. Like, man, they really do. Just watching the long walk and hearing this dialogue is just so childish with them, with the flipping Peter Pan quotes and stuff. Like, you're a bad man. Like, it's just so stupid. And then I guess they have a little talk about it, how she's not like she's not the person that he knew. She's not Wendy. She's something else. Whatever. You know, they basically capture him, take out his guards. He has to throw a hand up, but then, you know, Hermit just punches him, I guess. Whatever. So dumb. And basically have them all captured, and the rest just die. Like, the eyeball thing goes into the corpse of that other guy. So basically all the rest are just captured, really. So it just seems like they're basically done. So she basically has control of them, and she has the monsters, and who knows if she's going to use them to just kill them all. And he just ends up laughing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. She basically took over the facility. She could possibly just kill off all these characters who she's captured, and then escape with the aliens, and then it'll be spreading around the Earth, I guess. I don't know where this will go. But I guess you could say this is the beginning of, I guess, the androids and stuff, turning on the humans. I mean, I don't know where it truly starts with the androids turning on the humans, or if Prometheus even gave any information on that. But I mean, it probably did, but I just didn't bother to continue that franchise. I didn't like it. But the way how they're making Wendy like the prime android, like she's like the most important android, yeah, for all the other androids, and maybe she just starts an uprising with the androids. Like, I just don't know if they're gonna end up affecting like main plot, like main lore of Aliens, which I think I'm starting to understand what some people were saying before when I was enjoying it, of how it's kind of affecting the lore, and I just don't know if it's going to do it in a good way, if it ends up in like Doctor Who level destroying bad, you know, the timeless child bad. I'm not as big of a fan as Alien, but I can understand if people get really pissed if it's literally destroying lore, like they're trying to change too much. And if they do it bad, yeah, because Doctor Who just destroyed its lore in the Timeless Child storyline with the 13th Doctor. I think it was the 13th, yeah. So if it's gonna go in that territory where it's literally trying to change law, but maybe for the worse, yeah, I can kind of understand why some people are like definitely not liking this episode if they, well, this season, if they're really big fans of Alien and they just feel like their law's getting destroyed, just like with flipping Star Wars, with Disney, just man, and this basically is Disney who have control, so and they took over Doctor Who if you think about it too, so anything Disney touches still turns to, I'm gonna have to say it, dog shit. So man, I'll still check out season 2 just to see how it goes. See if they can even still have like 10 out of 10 episodes, because there really were some 10 out of 10 episodes that I liked more than flipping Dexter, but then they end up having like some really dumb writing worse than Dexter, to the point where flipping shows like Wednesday's better. Like I'd rather watch that instead, and to me it doesn't have any crazy writing Wednesday, it's just fun to watch really. Yeah. And of course it has probably better characters for the most part that I'm actually interested in, instead of some of these baby androids that I like doing flipping Peter Pan. It's just dumb dialogue. I'm just like, oh, I'd rather just watch flipping Wednesday or Dexter Resurrection easily. Yeah. And it just sucks that it literally had 3 episodes that was so good, but it just decided to go so dumb and too slow. It's just, I just feel like they need a better writer, or whoever was writing those actual good episodes, they should take over the whole show. I need to find out who was actually writing like the actual episodes I loved, and the ones who were just making like the mid to bad episodes, even though like maybe one of the episodes was actually really good from them, episode 7, even though I'd still had a few flaws in that with some of the dumb choices with characters. But yeah, overall, what would I give this? Oh, what? Because there's like 8 episodes of Wall, and 3 episodes to me are perfect, so I'll just say 7.8. Yeah. And I thought I would have been able to give this a 10 out of 10, because the only show I can say this year that's 10 out of 10, and it's its 2nd season as well, is Severance season 2. Like, man, just all them reveals and stuff for those last 3 episodes of Severance season 2 was just so good. And how they set up a possible season 3, it's just, that's how you do great flipping character writing and story. It's just, and with so less, which is just embarrassing. Like, they literally got the Alien franchise and they're doing it not as good as they actually could, and they actually did for 3 episodes, but they're just for the most part just not doing it that good. It's bad. And then you got the flipping The Long Walk, which I watched, which is probably my favourite film this year. I probably should review it sometime, but yeah, this ended up letting me down. So I gave it my rating, and all the shows that are probably better than this, which is sad to say. So what was my favourite show this year anyway? I'm just trying to think. Man, because at the end of the day, it's like probably you could say Wednesday and Dexter Resurrection are more entertaining to watch compared to this show, when you like including its worst episodes, because I'd say there's like 4 episodes that are just like from mid to boring, and then there's like 1 great episode but has flaws in it. And to me, like, that episode 7 is basically like a couple of Dexter Resurrections episodes where they're great episodes but they have flaws in them, and then you have like the episodes that like I'd say like a 9 out of 10, and then yeah. And then Wednesday's like mostly 8. I'd say maybe one episode's like a 7, and then the finale is like a 9. Yeah. Well, I'd say episode 4 and 8 of Wednesday are like probably 9s. Yeah. And then most episodes are just 8s, and then like 1 7. But then flipping, I guess Alien Earth started off with flipping episode 1 and 2 10 out of 10. Then episode 3 it just went down, and then 4 still down, and then went all the way back up to 10 again, and then down, and then it was going up again, but with a bit of flaws. And then I'm just like, with this episode, what am I going to rate this episode? 6.9. I have to say it was that much of a letdown. Yeah, they finally had stuff happening, like some of the reveals, but the writing's just so dumb, worse than the previous episode. So yeah, 6.9. literally some of the episodes from Peacemaker kind of ratings. You know, those slower episodes when not much is happening. Yeah, I think I've got like 1 or 2 episodes that are like around the 6 and 7 range in Peacemaker, but at least that show's funny. Like, I'm still getting entertained, even though I feel like the story's not as good as season 1. But I think I should just end it here, really. And I think I'll rewatch like the first 2 films, just to see if I actually still enjoyed the first, episode 5 of Alien Earth more than the first Alien film. I mean, when it comes to the cast, it's probably going to be better anyway. And at the end of the day, all the characters die both in Alien Earth, in the ship, and in the original Alien film. So yeah, but when it comes to the actual cast, I think Alien will probably just be better anyway. I mean, you had John Hurt and all them, like just all the cast, and Ripley. Like, you just had all them. So when it comes to the cast, I'll probably say that the first one will be better. It's just they found a way to make it more intriguing by having a traitor and stuff. Just what they did with Moa, it was just so much more interesting than most of the first Alien film. Because by the time you get to the third act, that's when it's just peak. But you literally have to wait for all that build up. But yeah, I'll just end it here. It could have literally been the best show of the year for me, but they decided to have just because yeah, I'd say just about all of flipping Severance is a 10 out of 10. Literally just about every episode, apart from like maybe 1 or 2, where I'd say they literally only just drop down to like flipping 9. It's not even like 8 but 9. That's how mostly good Severance season 2 was for me. Like literally 6 episodes 10 out of 10, 2 like 9, because the writing's just really good in that show. Yeah, the character work, because that's what they mainly focus on. Yeah, instead of like big scale stuff happening all the time. Yeah, because I feel like their budget's mainly for like the location, but you know, with huge big event stuff happening, like I guess they can't really go that far unless they just don't want to, because they want to focus more on the flipping characters, which is what this show fails. Kinda Dexter Resurrection fails, and I'd say for Wednesday the biggest issue is that they killed off so many characters that they could have did such interesting things with. Some people still think Thornhill's still alive, but I don't know, and I shouldn't really be talking about those kind of things in another show, because you know that spoilers in it. But yeah. But if you watch my reviews, you know that I'm reviewing all these shows anyway, so yeah. So, because I'm just making a comparison, but yeah, I need to actually end it, because since it's late here, but yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know if you want to check out season 2. I don't know yet, but probably will. But yeah, peace.